welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I wanted to recreate the birthday glam that I did on the weekend of my birthday. Now my birthday was on the 24th of January, but I actually celebrated it during the weekend, and I really wanted to film like a get ready with me, but in true Stephanie fashion, I was super late as always, so I had to rush and just kind of do my makeup. And this is what I came up with, and I actually fell in love with it. I used very minimal eyeshadows. I think I only kept it to 3, and then like a little tiny bit of glitter, but you guys are gonna see how easy it is. I really focused on the skin and it came out so pretty. I did use a lot of the techniques that I used in the previous video where I used like that pop of color, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. I did want to address a little change. I cut my hair and I cut it quite a bit. It was like down to my butt and I just couldn't deal with it. I needed change. I didn't go blonde just yet, but just wait. In like 2 weeks it'll change, and then I will go back to being blonde, which I'm so excited about. But yeah, I'm sorry that I was away for like what felt like forever, but I will be back, and I have a whole bunch of videos planned out. Again, if you guys have any requests, let me know. I am dying to create content that you guys want to see, and if you have any recommendations, also let me know. And of course, make sure to subscribe to the channel so that way, you know, we can be friends and stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy this super easy glam look, and if you want to see how to achieve the look, then just keep on watching. I've already prepped my skin with the Badescu facial spray and the 24K gold under eye patches by Peter Thomas Roth. Then for the eyes, we're keeping it simple. We're going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in medium, and I'm going to set that in place with a cream colored shadow rather. And then for eyeshadow, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brick shade. And I love this color because it's very rich, it's easy to blend, and you can layer it on as much or as little as you want. I'm using a Morphe M513 brush to blend everything out, and I'm creating that circular shade. I will be cutting the crease later on, so I want to deepen the shade as much as possible, and I'm also focusing it on the lid just to give a light wash of color. Then once you've reached the maximum intensity that you want, then you can go ahead and use a flat shader brush to cut the crease with the concealer. Now, I feel like this brush is sent from God. It's actually one of the ColourPop ones. I think it's their small shader brush, and it's so good for cutting the crease. It made it very seamless, and it picked up quite a bit of product so that I didn't have to add more later on. And really take your time with this. I know it might not always be super easy, especially depending on the shape of your eye, but once you get the hang of it, it's going to be super simple. I think I almost said seamless there, but it's going to make it really simple, and it's all about just patience. I did fast forward a little bit in this clip, so it looks like I'm doing it quick, but trust me, I took my time. Once you have that desired shape, you can use a smaller brush. I believe this brush that I'm using is the Morphe M514, I want to say. It's either 513 or 514. I use both of them for sure, but this one is a very small brush, and just adding a little bit more of the brick shade. And once I find the right intensity for the brick, I'm adding the Anastasia Beverly Hills single eyeshadow in the shade Vermeer. And it's such a pretty, like, bright shade, and I think it really makes the brick color stand out even more. Plus, it's just super pretty. The dress that I was wearing on this day, or for my birthday, was super intense and like glittery, full of sequins. It was like an ombre, burgundy, rose gold kind of deal, and I wanted to keep the color scheme a little bit more on the minimal side. Once that you've applied that Vermeer shade, then you can go ahead and use that same small blending brush and add a little bit of Noir, also from Anastasia, and just put that in the outer corner. This is going to make the look a little bit more sultry. Now you could totally leave it as is and then just pop some lashes on, or you could apply some wing liner, and you know I love my wings, and on my birthday I have to wear a wing. So here I'm just using the NYX liquid eyeliner. Now I feel like they've changed the packaging a little bit because I have to like dip the brush tip into the eyeliner more than I usually did, and I don't know about that, so I think I need to find like a new fave because it's the little things, you know. And of course I'm going back in with Brick just to blend that out, and I'm actually using an even smaller brush for this. I think I used the M562 brush. I'm really bad with the names, but it's one of the small brushes as well. For lashes, I had to pull out the mini Dragonly lashes by Nubounsom. These give me the best effects to my eye. They make them look nice and full and still allow the eyeshadow work to peek through. For primer, I'm using the Porefessional in the Pearl version, and for foundation, I'm applying the NARS Longwear Radiant Skin, that really long one. You guys know which foundation, but it's really pretty. And I'm blending that out with a Sephora airbrush brush.
I fly with the stars in the skies. I am no longer trying to survive. I believe that life is a prize, but to live doesn't mean you're alive. Don't worry about me and who I fire. I get what I desire, it's my empire. And yes, I call the shots, I am the umpire. I sprinkle holy water upon the vampire.
I can never fully get ready without listening to music and completely jamming out. I cannot do my makeup in pure silence. It doesn't happen. So once I've applied my foundation, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution concealer. This is actually really good. It gives me great coverage. The shade is a little bit more on the light side, but I actually don't mind it. It gave me that really bright look that I think I really needed. And the applicator is very similar to the Shape Tape by Tarte, but it's cheaper. I think this was like $7, so get on it. And again, I use the shade C8, which is a little bit light, but it still works. And I'm also going to be blending that out with the Fenty Beauty sponge. I actually like the sponge quite a bit. Like, the shape takes a little getting used to, but it's not bad. And I'm also using a Real Technique setting brush to blend it out a little bit more, along with my foundation brush so that it doesn't look super bright. I'm going to use an oldie but a goodie, the Laura Mercier setting powder. I haven't reached for this in such a long time, but I felt like, you know, I wanted to try it out again. And oh my god, you guys, it is so good. I don't know why I stopped using it. Well, I know why I stopped using it, because the peach one, I just kind of like took over. But I like to use that more for setting the concealer. As far as the rest of the face, I do use the NARS Translucent Crystal Powder. This just gives me the most skin-like effect, and it minimizes any imperfections, which I love. And then to bronze and contour my skin, I'm using the Park Avenue Princess Contour Chisel Palette, whatever you want to call it, but it's so good. The shades look a lot lighter on camera than they actually are. I mean, I know they have like a whole ordeal going on with their shade selection. They really do need to work on it, but I was really pleased with this palette. And I'm also using the Chisel shade for contour. And again, I'm using a Sigma brush to contour my face. I'm also going to go ahead and use that same shade. Guys, I can never speak. I am so sorry. But I'm using there, I did it again. The same shade to contour my nose with a Sephora crease brush. And I really like the way it came out. And I'm blending it out with a sponge just to make it look a little bit more on the natural side. And of course, gotta give myself that pouty look as well. And I'm using the lighter yellow shade in the palette to also give me that highlighted effect under my eyes and everywhere that I place the concealer. I'm really enjoying this palette. For blush, I had to use California. This is like my all-time favorite blush. And I'm using an E4 brush from Morphe to blend it out. And I'm really packing it on because I want it to give me that like youthful flush to my skin. And it smells so good. It smells like the beach, and I love the beach, especially during this weather. Who doesn't? I'm also going to go ahead and use that brick shade under the eyes just to smoke it out a little bit, and the same with the Noir shade from Anastasia. Basically every shade that I used in the crease is also going under the eyes. For lower lash mascara, I'm using this one from L'Oreal. It's their like fiber mascara that they just came out, and I love it for the bottom lash. I feel like it actually brings them to life, and it makes it look like I have lashes when I normally don't. So I'm really enjoying this, and it's a two-step process. So I go in with the first step, and then once I've coated each lash, I go into the second one, which has the fiber, and I top it off with just the regular one at the end. And I'm also going to add a little bit of the ColourPop tinsel shade. I've been really enjoying this color. I stopped using it for a while because I think I used it like so much, but I went back to it and I'm really impressed. It just adds that like nice little bit of white shimmer to the eyes. And then going back in with Brick, I'm just blending it out into the crease just to define it even more. For the lips, I had to use Mahogany Lip Liner by MAC. It's my favorite lip liner of all time. It just does exactly what I want it to do for my lips. And I'm also doing like a little bit of a lip contour here just to make them look a little bit more poutier. For liquid lipstick, I'm applying the shade Beeper by ColourPop. Originally, I had used the Mama Star lipstick from Patrick Starr, but I couldn't find it. And then like after I finished filming, then that's when I found it. But I was actually really impressed with the way that this came out. It's a really pretty color. And because it was just a little bit light, I did line the lips just a little bit more to give it more definition. And I think it really completed the lip that much more. To top it all off, I had to use the ColourPop lip gloss. I almost called it liquid lipstick. The lip gloss in the shade Aloe. This is my favorite, and it had that rose gold feel to it, just like my dress, so you know I had to wear it. Now here I was looking at my face and I'm like, something's missing, and it was the highlight. So I pulled out the Jouer Citrine highlight, which is so gorgeous, and I kept looking at the camera, or not the camera, but my TV, because I was like, ugh, I know it's about to cut off, and I wanted to make sure that I got this on camera, and so I did. And look how pretty it is. It just gives that gorgeous glow. And to set everything in place, I am using the Smashbox primer water. It is so good, it smells good, so there you have it. And that is it. That is the final look. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I had an amazing time filming this. It just made me that much happier, and I got to wear my dress again, which I was really happy about. As always, I hope to see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!